Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, hello, wherever you are. Welcome to Sharing Gladness. Hi, Uzi. How are you?
Hello, Gita. Hello, Julie. I'm doing great, thank God. We are once again.
I like
here.
your shirt.
I like it too. Yeah,
That
it was a gift.
I love gifts. I think everyone loves gifts.
Yeah.
You may say, no, I feel ashamed, but you enjoy it anyway.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
when they come, you feel really, really happy.
Yeah.
And you, my dear friend, how are you?
Thank God I'm doing great. I'm blessed, and I have seen the hand of God lately a lot in my life, so I'm happy.
That's beautiful.
Yes, it's wonderful to listen to that. And let me tell you that that's not, an old story or just a tale. Indeed, when we are in God, when we are enjoying all the blessings that we receive from Him, we have to acknowledge that He is really good all the time. Okay, my dear friends, you know that we usually set goals, right? Sometimes when it is about to finish, to end the year, and we are about to start a new one, mostly we try to, analyze how everything went and to set new goals, new resolutions. But along the way,
Sounds like the law.
what happens?
New resolutions.
Yeah, but you just start, I think you start planning, you start excited because you are determined, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And
what
along the way,
happens?
you just get like, oh no, I couldn't.
Yeah, you get discouraged, or you say, I will do it later, or
To procrastinate.
yeah, you procrastinate, which is something
Common.
yeah, it's common, and we have talked in past programs about it. However, yeah, like it could be like from a list of 10 you achieve 3 or 5.
And sometimes I remember,
Hopefully at least
Okay,
3.
okay.
some people in June is already given up. They say, no, it's too late. The year is almost
about to
over.
finish. Yeah.
Well, but that happens also on our daily lives. Sometimes the night before we say, okay, I'm gonna do this and then tomorrow, and then the tomorrow goes by and the same frustration comes. What does it happen? Maybe because we are not consistent, right?
Yeah,
It's something that we lack.
It could be one of the reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
consistency.
Discipline could be.
Uh-huh. And
Motivation could be.
I think we don't want to face like the struggle because you set the plan and you want things to go smooth. And sometimes
Yeah.
you find some obstacles and you say like, oh
You
no,
give
this
up
is,
easily.
yeah, this is not for me.
what do you think are some of the main reasons for people to stop and to quit? Well, you already said one, because maybe they don't want to face the challenges of life, right? Any other that you can find?
Well, sometimes we human beings are used to have everything easy, like the easy way. That's why we have so many gadgets and things to make our lives easier, faster, better,
Even
etc.
with food.
Yeah.
Now
right.
it's instant food.
So one of the things is that we want to see results quickly,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
we don't see them. If we don't see them quickly, then we just give up.
Yes,
Not
and we
seeing things.
start justifying why we didn't do this or why we are quitting, and then we become excuse makers. Excuse makers.
Right.
What's the problem of being like that? Of having an excuse for everything?
Oh, no.
Like I already said, an excuse is a justification, right? You want to find, yes, good reasons for you not to do or to do this or that.
Yeah,
right?
to explain why it didn't happen, why you didn't do it, why it was not possible. Like,
Yes.
And that's so sad because anyway, it didn't happen. Even if you have a good reason for it, you still have the pain. You didn't make it. You didn't achieve what you had planned to do.
And it is not just in big things, but in small things.
Right. I
Yeah.
want to go there because we usually want to, explain based on another person's fault or something else that happened. You want to justify there outside you,
Not me. Yes.
why that was like that. And then we, of course, have to struggle because we never acknowledge our own errors, our own mistakes. So we become just excuses and excuses. When something good happens, we want to take the credit, right? Okay, I did this, I did that, I made it. But when we fail, when something bad happens, then we blame it on something else or on somebody else. Yes, and we say, oh, it was out of my control.
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that?
yeah. In fact,
Have you done that?
well, sadly, yes. I think I have made excuses, and I have learned to keep silent because
So you prefer
even though I have excuses,
okay.
it doesn't justify anything. I fail it. I couldn't make it, and the a recent one, it was I had to come to play the drums, and well, I don't live now
During a service?
Yeah, Sunday
Okay.
school.
Oh,
well, not
okay.
Sunday school, the Sunday service, the English.
But
service.
one of the most important days for
Well,
us. to
yeah,
hold
it is
services.
supposed. It is supposed that we
Okay.
choose this day to dedicate to the Lord, and you make your effort to be on time.
So what happened?
So as we don't live right next to the church as we used to, it takes time to do everything to get ready. A family
now you
of
have a
4
new
members,
baby.
but it's not an excuse. I made it like 3 minutes later, and I couldn't play.
Okay.
So I didn't say a word. Like, it was because of my wife. It was because of the babies. It was because of the traffic. It was I knew I didn't have an excuse. If I was going to play, then I had to get everything ready the day before.
But at least did you apologize because of that, or you just kept silent and
No,
you
no,
didn't
no,
say
no.
anything?
No, I apologized and say like, I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Okay.
And that's it.
But I think that takes character because sometimes it's comfortable when you can justify what happened, when you can find people to say, okay, I understand you. Okay, yes, you're right. You couldn't make it. Just to keep silent and accept, I couldn't. It was my fault.
And it comes with, as you said, it's an act of matureness. Is learning from what you've done and finding out that if you start talking and saying that the traffic light, that there was a crash, and then
And the result is the
makes
same.
sense.
You didn't make it.
Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
people usually blame others or blame external circumstances because they want to feel better. They know that to acknowledge their faults, their mistakes, is a matter of going against their ego. And all of us want to show that we are responsible, that we are ethical, that we are honest.
That we're right. That we're upright.
And when we know that we are not going in that direction, then we want to find an external justification, but not to acknowledge that it is us, that the problem is within us.
Have you experienced this, beloved listener?
Does it sound familiar to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I think that's part of life.
It's so dangerous because when you start, I think you will keep on doing it.
Yeah.
It will become. I met a friend that was like that. The time came when she was not able to just like accept, and she was always okay. I will make it, but I will say this and this and this.
Yeah.
Even she was premeditating the excuses for not making what she said she was going to do. So it could become your lifestyle.
Yes, that's true. Excuses serve as a defense mechanism then, a mechanism against your own pitfalls, and in that way to avoid feelings of shame, of anxiety, because all of us want to reject those
Frustration.
Yes,
probably.
frustration, right? So when do you think is the moment in our lives when we start making excuses? If we go, bad words and try to think when, in what moment, in what, or at what age of our lives we start with those excuses.
I think very young, as soon as we start talking, because
As
you
soon as
break
we have-
something, it wasn't me. I didn't do it, or it was...
No.
it was a dog,
In Spanish, we say like things broke like it themselves. Like
yeah.
it broke
I
itself.
just touched it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, in Spanish we
It
say
was
se partió.
broken.
No,
Yes.
in Spanish we say se partió.
By itself.
Yeah, like
Like nobody did it.
like how in the world is it a living creature that it fell and like it had some legs that
We don't say I broke it.
exactly
Yeah.
from as Sister Julie said
At a very early
age when we're kids. And
That's true. When we start school, we don't do the homework and we say the dog ate it.
yeah. Definitely. As soon as we start having the contact with the world and the environment of the circumstances, they come and go. Then we start.
I think fear to results, fear to consequences
Yes.
bring us there.
Responsibilities.
I don't want to accept that.
Exactly.
What will happen? My fathers will, punishment, and something will happen. So, we fear that.
Yeah.
So, excuses are a way to tackle our mistakes, our flaws, right? But what kind of excuses we can find? Some people even lie in order to find an excuse, right? So, for example, do you ever lie your way out of a deadline in college or at school that you needed to, present
I think so.
a work or a project, and then you told the teacher, the professor, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had a family emergency," and you didn't. I did it. I did it when I was at school.
You know what is funny is that we Christians, we know that lies are not good, that we should not tell a lie.
They don't please God.
They don't please God and they are wrong. Like if it's little, if it's big, it's the same
a lie.
lie.
Yes, no matter
That's
the color.
The color, I was going to say that. But we try to make people like in the limbo, like we don't say complete truths.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So it is
and
a
at
way.
at the end, it's a lie.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you let the people think something that is not
Uh-huh.
because you don't say the information completely, and then you become a liar. And somehow in Christians, I think I'm not sure, but it happens commonly. Like we try to make excuse, but it's a kind of lie, but it's a truth incomplete. Like
Yes.
Tell
There
me
are-
the
There
truth,
are
man.
hidden things over there.
yeah, that's it.
And another way to excuse yourself, Yurley, is very common. Is that type of excuse when you declare yourself self-handicapping. For example, I don't have the skill to do that.
Okay.
It's out of my control. That's not my job. That's not my responsibility.
Yeah.
But you are only excusing yourself for you not to do something.
You're not even trying.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably you indeed have the skill. You have the
Wow.
time.
Yeah.
That is very common.
Yeah, that happens also. So when you feign poor performance, that can inspire sympathy, you know, from other people, because they say, oh yes, this poor lady, she doesn't know, she cannot do it. So let's have mercy, let's understand her, God. And that's why people don't grow.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want to even try, because as we're used to, or we are in our comfort zone. Well, it doesn't mean for me like I have to. So if I
Right.
don't have to, I won't try. I won't just say, well, at least I can make this or make up some resources or try this way or the other. But we just say no. I was told I was going to be the controller, and that's it. I cannot clean the window.
right?
'Cause I know my
That's
job.
not part of my job.
Yeah.
So things like, yeah, it could be
Or
that it's
even
not.
people who never tried something new and they say, I cannot do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, at least try.
Yeah.
Do your
If-
best and then tell me if you cannot.
If that way you won't grow.
Uh-huh.
You
Do,
will
do, like, do you
remain
know
the
how
same.
to swim?
I don't know, but I try. I'm on trying, but no, I'm not.
You don't know how to
No,
swim.
but I know, I think I won't die.
At least you're not going
yeah,
to
I
sink.
think I won't die.
and
yeah.
you go into the pool anyways.
Yes, yes. With fear and that stuff, and I try
But
to
you go.
look- But yeah, I do it.
That's good. That's good. That's good
Yeah.
because at least you are trying, yeah, and you are not, stopping
Saying you cannot.
yourself
Yeah.
from that opportunity to learn and to grow. So how to stop? How to stop making excuses for everything? First of all, I would say be sincere with yourself and with others, right?
the
Acknowledge
best
the
thing.
truth. Yes, acknowledge the truth behind your procrastination, behind all those things that maybe show you or that you know you are with low productivity, that
Exactly.
you are not doing your best. So acknowledge. I try to identify what is going on.
It is
What's the
def-
root? What's
It
the
is
reason?
definitely something important, not just to be sincere, but first you look at yourself, what your job is, if you're a student, if you're a manager, or if you're just an employee. So look at yourself. What's your task? What's your objective? What you have to do, and then start saying like, okay, I need to do this because it's my job, because, or even at home. Yes, but start with that. Concerning, for instance, if you have a company, and then you have your clients, you have deadlines, but you have low resources, or your time is not enough. So meditate on that and say, am I going to be able to be responsible?
Be aware of who you are, what you have.
Your capacity. Exactly.
Yes, that's very important. If you
Not
need
to make
extra
excuses.
support,
Yeah.
if you need extra time
Or
to accomplish things,
or if you don't have this, then
Uh-huh.
limit yourself to an amount of work, so
Yeah.
you can fulfill it, and don't say like, I will do it in 2 weeks, right? Yes, please.
Don't rush into this.
2
Yeah.
years later, 2 years later, yes, I will
nothing
do it.
has happened. 2 years later, nothing has happened
So
because I have
definitely,
seen that.
we need to be conscious and as you said, sincere with ourselves first.
Yeah. So don't go beyond your limitations, but try. Remember to try it, because sometimes people put their own limitations without going to the practice, without living the moment, the situation. Sometimes maybe you are emotionally affected, and that's why you cannot be very productive. So that will also bring consequences, and you need to work on that. You have to acknowledge, I'm not well, I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, exactly.
I need support
Yeah,
on my
yeah, yeah.
emotional
We need
or
to-
psychological area.
Yeah, we need to be also aware of even our health.
Yeah.
If
You-
you don't sleep well,
If you have a
Yeah.
problem with your, I don't know.
And I think you have to be aware, and you have to have the capacity to make decisions according to it. If it's my case, or I'm not feeling well, my emotions are not going the direction I want,
Yeah.
I have to make corrections,
Yeah.
so that I won't find excuses
And-
just to the things I have to do.
and many times ask for help. Yeah. Go and find somebody that can help you to overcome that.
Yep.
Well, second tip,
What?
set goals related to a better person, to a more productive person, to a more responsible person. So if you already acknowledged, recognized your faults and all those things, then start to create a plan, to implement strategies to become better. Don't get accustomed, I'm terrible, I never come on time, and I am like that.
Yeah.
And I
So
always stay
you
like that.
accept it, you don't give excuses,
Yes.
but you just keep like
Yeah.
that.
And you stay there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just make this, I am like that.
Oh,
I am like that. No.
yeah.
More when
Absolutely
you
not.
have God in your life. I have always said, if we say nobody can change or that person will be always like that and cannot change, is a way to say God
is not
cannot
powerful.
do. Yes.
Yeah.
He cannot do anything on behalf of this
Well,
person.
remember that it's God, it's not ourselves.
Yeah.
Many times we want to change our wife or our spouse, let's say, or our friends, but we can't.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah, we can't. So we pray God, and He can do it.
But in that planning, in that fact or act of implementing new strategies to become a better person, be also realistic, please. Because sometimes we want to achieve a very, very high goal, and then that's why, because you want to go there and your skills, your capacities are not convenient to achieve that, then you become frustrated and it will be also sad.
I think that's why the Lord said, if you're faithful in the few, you will be faithful in much. So be good at what you do in that few. Don't start like planning to build a 10-store house. Build one and then you go from there.
Yeah.
When you do good things or in a good way, in the few things, you will be able to do it in a bigger
So
spectrum.
set realistic goals,
Yeah.
and then once you have achieved them, go to higher ones. Okay, don't be afraid to fail also, right? Because
I like it.
then you get stuck and you never move.
Yeah, I think it is part of the process. Failure will come eventually.
Uh-huh.
And it is on us to be able to say, let's try it again.
But I think, well, it is my case. It's easier said than done, right?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
for me, I'm a very nervous person. So sometimes when you, okay, I have
When
to
you-
do this,
when
but
you have to
feel,
drive the-
oh
the-
my
the
God,
motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know, sisters.
Don't procrastinate.
Listen to that voice. Well, and this tip is for people who are around that person that is always making excuses. Be empathetic
Yeah,
to that
empathetic.
person, because sometimes, like you said at the beginning, people feel bad to acknowledge in front of others their mistakes, their errors, and if they don't find a person that can understand them, that can forgive them, then say, no, if I say the truth, they won't understand me, they will punish me, they will hit me, they will fire
yes,
me.
they will reject me. They will never be my friends again.
Yes, so we need to be more empathetic to help those people that struggle with excuses.
And I think also to prevent us, because one day we will be maybe the same position.
absolutely.
And what we sow, we will reap. So
be merciful if you want others to be merciful
With
on
you.
you, right? And we want to finish this program with this quote said by Benjamin Franklin. He that is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. Should I repeat it?
Yeah, please.
He that is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else.
I think
Silence
that's a
in
big
the room.
Yeah, no, it just keeps, okay, I have to change. If not, you could remain like that. And that would be your skill, just making excuses.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So don't be like that. Let's try to change that. It is possible more when we are in God. God is always our helper. And if you don't know God as you know that you should, this is a good day to start. To start coming closer to Him and to enjoy also the blessing to grow in the Lord and to grow in all the areas of your life. So thank you for being with us.
Thank you very
Hopefully
much.
we'll meet you again here.
God
Yes,
bless you.
For
see
the
you
new
in our next program.
Program, right? God bless
So
you.
God bless you all.